Hello and welcome to another episode of The Pale Beyond. I'm looking a bit more put together today because I actually had to leave the house to do some errands, so very lucky that you've got me put together today rather than gaming gremlin mode, which is sort of what it was last time over Christmas. But I'm really excited to play another episode. It's really interesting so far. I really like the art style and I really like the music, and it's interesting so far as in the story. So I'm excited to find out what happens. So in the last episode we've set off on the ship called the Temperance to find a lost ship called the Viscount, and it's all a bit sus. Our captain is a bit sus, our science officer is a bit sus, and our benefactor, who's paying for it all, is a bit sus. So we've started off on the journey, and it's okay so far. We're learning how to feed the crew and all of that and everything. As I was editing the last video, I noticed that when you start the story, part of like the artwork that shows up on the screen is the Temperance, your ship, but underwater, which can't be a very good sign. As I was editing, I noticed it and I was like, oh, this doesn't bode well. That doesn't fill me with great confidence. So we'll see how it goes, and whether I can keep everyone alive and stop our ship from sinking. There were also a couple of like sailor terminology used in the last episode, and I'm not a sailor, so I don't know anything about starboard, the other one. I don't know any of that terminology, so hopefully that won't pose a big problem for later on down the line. Yeah, let's get into it. I can start a new one, or I can select a week to continue from. So we were on week 3. We're not doing very good for fuel or food. Something I didn't really keep an eye on before was that it is getting colder. So we're on like -8 degrees now. So another week passes. The Temperance has finally entered the thick ice leads. The days grow ever brighter. Just reminding myself of where things are, what I need to do. Ooh. Captain's cabin map. So we're like, ooh, the sensitivity on this is, so we're like halfway through this massive block of ice. Ah yeah, taking requests. Captain Hunt appears to be absent. His chair is unoccupied. We'll wait for him. The whole room shudders. Bit violent. Kurt. What in the... Well, I was worried about this. Look at that ice. We could be trapped for a while. Strong pressures, as if we didn't have enough bother. Well, no need mucking around. Let's get to work. Where's Hunt? I'll grab him. I'm sure he felt it too. Sure, check the boiler room. I'm sure the mole man has problems of his own. Not to worry, everyone. We'll be free and moving again before you know it. Back to work. Will we, though? Officer Shaw, what happened? Akasha was the photographer, wasn't she? Ship's come to a stop. I almost flung my camera into the wall. Yeah, photographer. We didn't hit anything, did we? Have you seen Hunt? Not since this morning. He was going to speak with Grimley about the lifeboats, last I heard. Descend to the lower deck. It's Grimley. Ship's stuck then. If you're looking for Hunt, you just missed him. How? We didn't cross paths. Don't ask me. I'm going to check with my brother. Okay. Coal bunker. There's all. Ooh, I could take coal. Again, it sort of feels like I'm stealing from my own crew, but I assume this is okay to do. Boiler room. If I'd made any errors, I'll tell you. It's secured, don't you worry. They notice you. I'm sure you're aware of the situation. What's happening? I am ensuring that the boiler was not damaged in the sudden commotion. And I told you that if it was, you'd already know. I'm not in the business of making mistakes. I know that if the furnace goes, we go down with it. Yes, but you're only one man, with just a pair of engineers as assistants. Just looking at the number of valves, this seems far too much for you to handle. Maybe your bloody benefactor should have considered that. I've gotten used to it by now. It will hold, trust me. I will. Well, I'll have to, won't I? I don't fancy staying on this ship any longer than necessary. It's imperative we break free from the ice as quick as possible. Hammond eyes you, a grimace on his face. First mate's here, but where's the one who got us into this bloody mess? I was hoping that Templeton knew. I was informed by one of the Stokes that I had just missed him. But I have a suspicion as to where he may be now. Okay, cop up. We're on a ship, an unmoving one at that. The man cannot simply disappear. If he is anywhere, he must be in his cabin. When you find the man, give him an earful on my behalf. Can't do it myself, too busy keeping us alive. Templeton gives a nod. I believe you and I both owe our good captain a visit, Shaw. But you should call the crew for dinner first. Routine is important, especially now. Not before we fed this furnace. Mind grabbing some coal from the bunker, Shaw? Or are you afraid of dirty hands like Mr. Templeton over here? I do have coal, actually. Coal goes in, we stay alive. Really is that simple. Feed the furnace. I don't have any more. But that did a little bit. So even though it goes down, I wonder if you can come and get more coal to feed it. And like, when you went to the kitchen, you could go into the storage room as well. You emerge mid-deck to find the crew readying themselves for dinner. Despite the ice, some seem nervous, others as if nothing has changed at all. Music's really good, it's catchy. The hoosh pot. I don't have anything for the hoosh pot. The crew have their meal. The dinner is shared. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. You can't help but notice that it's still bright light outside. Wasn't it supposed to get darker? Because it was like months of darkness or something? You didn't see him either? He didn't pass by, but his cabin door was locked when I checked. Slippery bastard. What are you thinking, Hunt? Why is our Capitan being so suspicious? No sign of Hunt, I take it. Mr. Templeton passed by, but he wasn't exactly willing to take questions. Keep it up, lads. We'll set ourselves right in no time. Ah, sure. I just saw Templeton entering the captain's cabin. Seems Hunt's holed himself up inside. Maybe if you had a word with our good captain, he'd be willing to lend a hand. Why is our captain hiding? Ah, I think I see what's happened. I was informed that he was here. Where could he have hidden himself? Maybe he's gone over. I can see him. He's right there. He has to be in here. Check under his desk. I highly doubt he's cowering beneath the table, sure. He's somewhere. There he is. The captain's laugh rings out from behind the door. The captain watches you both, his head swaying as he chuckles to himself. He's drunk. You are a surprisingly difficult man to get a hold of, Hunt. Seeing that this is your ship... Ah, I know it well. Hunt's eyes turn to you. I believe you two are already acquainted. How long have you been drinking? I don't suppose you care to join? Nope. Hunt shakes his hip flask as he holds it out, whiskey sloshing and spilling from the top. And what of you, Shaw? I can't tempt you with some sweet nectar? I'm fine. We've a bit of a situation. I don't think drink is going to help. You'll be more than fine with a drink in you. Ah well, your loss. You intend to offer drinks at a time like this? This ship, your ship, is trapped in the ice. It's my ship now, is it? And what do you expect me to do? Get the shovels out? I think I know what he means. It's the benefactors. This mysterious person, it's his ship. I think he's paying for it. You could have heeded Kurt's warning. Ha, Kurt. Are you still hanging on his word? You would have some luck relying on that old lout. He's a man chasing a spotlight, nothing more. There is no safe passage here. This was always going to happen. Mr. Hunt. Captain. If you are not fit to stand, then you should retire for the night. Shaw will stand in your stead, and we can continue in the morning. And abandon my duty? No captain who would do that is a fit captain. Wouldn't you agree? Well, you're drunk. Does that count as being a fit captain? Well, not you. Sure. Isn't that right? What do you think makes for a good leader? Sobriety for a start. Being able to do the job I've been doing on your behalf. Just go with sobriety. Let's start with that. Start simple. Here. He sips at his drink. But I'm serious, Shaw. To you, what makes a good leader? We don't have time for... In a word, then, what makes a leader? Suppose you... Well, all of them, really. You've got to be understanding of your crew, of the situation. But I suppose, probably control. You've got to be in control of things as best as possible. Control? Explain. have a visitor. Hello? Have you come to play the game? Or have you come to block my view of the screen? This is Kiki. We haven't quite figured out an arrangement for cats and gaming. We do have another one, Ivy. She doesn't jump up on the desk so much. Okay. To all appearances, they need a leader. You need to convince them you're worth following. Control over yourself. Control over your emotions. Come on then, sit down. To be able to remain calm no matter the circumstances. There we go. It's all appearances. They need a leader. You need to convince them you're worth following. If they'll follow you, they're more likely to listen to you. If they respect you, they're more likely to do what you want, I guess. And how do you do that exactly? There's only so far a puffed out chest and booming voice can get you. No person's life has ever been saved by a scarecrow. They can scarcely protect corn. Speaking in platitudes will do you no good. A good leader is something more than a single rule you were told to follow. When you see one, you just know. You have wasted enough time pining philosophical. Oh, my apologies. I'll ask the real questions. Sure, look at where we are. Do you honestly think we're going to survive this? I mean, it did say low chance of returning alive, but if you give up, then you're definitely not. I expected as much. The captain laughs. Sure. Nobody knows we're out here. That doesn't leave this room. No. Wouldn't want to upset your employer. Our benefactor. We all want to be paid after this, don't we? Enough. If you weren't fit to lead this expedition, you should not have agreed to it. You want to interrupt me? You shouldn't be. None of us should be here. Old Kurt paid handsomely to join. You're just a botanist sent to keep an eye on me. Our doctor. Ha! And then there's me. What are we actually searching for? Hunt chuckles, gesticulating mockingly with his hands. Ghosts. Templeton opens the door. Kiki, you're on my keyboard. You silly Billy. Templeton opens the door. The captain needs his rest. We'll discuss this once he's of sound mind. Let him speak, Templeton. I wish to know more. It's all right, Robin. Curious. Very, very curious. Go on now, Shaw. I'll be all right here. The captain appears to have fallen asleep. I've got a cat in front of my screen now. Can I? Oh. Captain Hunt needs his sleep. It would appear the pressures of command have greatly affected him. You should find some rest yourself. The crew have their commands. Clear your head and we will continue on the moor. I've got cat hair everywhere now. Oh, we've got literally no food, hardly any food left. Okay, week 3, -8 degrees, ending the day. -14 of what? You awake to a room awash with green. There is a loud banging on your door and a familiar voice speaks from behind the wood. Sure, are you in there? Hammond, what's going on? Why is everything green? Never mind the green. The boiler's in serious trouble. Pumps need manned, and we need to stop the whole system overheating. And I don't need to tell you if the furnace goes, we go. Lead the way then. We don't have a moment to spare. Right, let's move. We need to find the captain, now. Oh dear. Kasha rushes up, holding her camera tight as the ship rumbles. What's happening? Are we going under? Not if we can help it. Out of the way. It's safe to go up top, right? That Aurora. It's a shot I can't miss. Aurora. Kasha steps back before snapping a photograph of the ensuing chaos. The lights of the Aurora flicker over the pale ice. Nothing. Visibly perturbed, he takes a moment to compose himself. Even the tub is empty. Why would you expect to find him in the tub? Not important. This doesn't make sense. The man seemed barely fit to crawl himself into bed earlier. What? Hammond turns to you. All right, Shaw. Captain's missing. You're in charge. Good to hear. Don't get a big head about it. I'm not. If Hunt's not here. Yes, indeed. The crew are no doubt waking at this moment. They're no doubt scared, confused. It's your duty to keep them calm, to maintain order. Hammond glares at Templeton. It's Shaw's job to get down to the boiler room, now. We've already wasted enough time looking for that bastard Hunt. If you storm down to that room, all you'll be doing is inciting a panic. We need to calm the fears of the crew, maintain an air of focus. Lie to them as the ship goes down? Not at all. Instead, to assure them we know how to remedy this matter. Yeah, I always find that lying isn't good. You do know how to remedy this matter, Mr. Hammond? Aye. And we need to be quick. I don't have time to worry about some stupid sailor's feelings. We've got a bloody ship to save. Well, it's as you said. Officer Shaw is in charge. The decision is yours. Ooh. I do think we need to maintain calm as much as possible. If you know how to fix it, just say, we're fixing it, don't worry. But also, if we waste time and something breaks, then we can't waste any more time. The boiler won't wait for us. Fine. I will keep the crew at bay then. Come on, don't worry about him. Let's go. As more of the crew notice you and Hammond descending below, the whispers begin. Soon the crew pick up the pace, walking directionless with hurried footsteps. Kurt approaches. Boiler trouble, I take it? I'll lend a hand. Not when you're walking with that cane, you're not. I have enough strength to go tell the crew to hit the lower decks, as many as possible. Let's go, Shaw. Time to save this blasted ship. I feel like we had enough decorum to be able to risk losing some rather than risk damaging the ship. You descend the ladder. Ahead you can see the brothers trying to open the door to the hold. Trying to get in? Same. Door's stuck. Pull harder, you bastards. We need to get in there. We need to keep the furnace alight. The metal door unsticks. grimly looks to you before darting off into the dark. Where's that bloody idiot running off to? To sound the alarm. Bloody hells. Let's get moving. Why is he going to incite panic? You enter the boiler room. As you enter, Hammond's engineering team are hard at work. The larger of the two engineers loses grip of their valve as steam begins to shoot out, causing Hammond to dash forward. Watch it! Hammond tackles the engineer to the ground, saving him from a nasty steam burn. Made it just in time. So if we hadn't, someone would have been injured. What's the word, Chief? Keep those valves pumping. We need to avoid a water hammer or we won't be making it off the ship. Sure. The rest of the crew aren't here. Grab a valve and start turning. You grab a valve and begin turning, trying all you can to keep the water at bay. Pump. You feel the ache in your muscles as you continue to push the valve, keeping the pressure at bay. Oh. Oh, the furnace rumbles and sputters, hemorrhaging fuel. You keep turning, doing the best you can to keep the pressure at bay. We could be at this for hours. Shit, where's the rest of the crew? Well, we left them. Oh no, here they are. Brought help. Oh, the furnace rumbles and sputters. Get me coal and turn those valves. Coal. Thank you. You lift a sack of briquettes. Now let me... Oh, is there another one? Oh no. So someone on the coal. Okay. So he can bring some coal. He can do coal. They get to work. Okay, so we've got someone on coal. Feed the furnace. Great. Valve. There we go. There's probably not a time limit, but I just feel like there's some urgency to this. There we go. Valve. And another one. Fan. With enough hands working on the boiler, you begin to fight back the potential water hammer. Someone's going to have to hold the furnace in place. Oh, why don't I do that? Could I do that? Oh no. Oh no, I've used my strongest people for the valves. Dear. Probably need like 2 hands. Hold it in place. Oh, I feel like I haven't allocated as well as I should have. Lefty approaches the furnace. The room shakes. I feel like Lefty's gonna die. Water hammer. A jet of steam paints Turner. It subsides as they writhe in agony. When a person gains a severe status effect such as wounded, scurvy or frostbite, that person will become invalid and unable to work. You keep up the work, shifting the valves until the boiler has fully calmed. The ship is saved. You won't be sinking today. As the crew give assistance to the wounded Turner, you feel your muscles tense. You fall back, collapsing from exhaustion. As you lay back, all you can hear are a pair of panicked voices. Where the hell is Captain Hunt? He's gone. Gone where? Oh, do we have no food? None. I don't have enough for even one. Where's all our food gone? I swear they said that we had, like, enough. That'll cut us quite a bit of decorum. With no food at all, I feel like we should at least use the normal amount of fuel. -10 loyalty, why? What did I do? The Temperance is saved from sinking. The aurora passes, leaving only the bright light and white. Right, it's already starting to get tricky. One week at the Temperance camp. You are alone in the captain's cabin. Out across deck can be heard the commotion of the crew. Word has spread quickly that Captain Hunt is missing. Where could he have gone? Templeton slips in through the door. Sure. Still no sign of Hunt? I'm afraid not. Hunt is still missing. How? Where could he have gone? And he isn't alone in that regard. Sanders, Sparrow and Gren are also unaccounted for. How? As is a sizable food and fuel supply and one of the larger lifeboats. The sneaky so-and-sos. They've bloody taken our food, fuel and lifeboat. Sure, you and I are not naive. It seems quite clear what has happened here. Yes, but why would Hunt abandon us? It looks like that. It looks that way. But he was saying at the beginning how he's got a really good rapport with the crew and he knows them. So why would he abandon the rest of his crew? Why would Hunt abandon us? That is a question I cannot answer. I doubt we'll ever know at this stage. The former captain is no longer with us. You understand what that means, Shaw. That would be Captain Shaw now, I take it. Not quite yet. A new captain must be selected by the crew. As first mate, you have the most clear argument to take that role. And how do I argue for that role? Your presence in the face of Hunt's absence is an argument in itself. They will hold a vote as soon as possible. That carpenter, Grimley, he is still loyal to Hunt, and many of the sailors will follow his vote, if not all, though I can assure you have the vote of myself and my scientists. Kurt and his crew are like to support you as well. I am unsure where the engineers will side. They're likely loyal to their pay. Turner is still recovering from their steam burns, which may end up working to our favour. And the civilians are a mystery. But I believe when all is said and done, you will just about make the vote. You have clearly given this a lot of thought. Of course, it is vital to remain aware of the crew's intention. They are waiting outside shore. They're scared. They don't know where to turn. You and I both understand the importance of maintaining decorum. Though time seems dire, remember, there is a rescue ship on its way. Is there? Even if the Temperance falls, we still have a potential escape, do we though? Because Hunt, the captain, seemed to think that no one knew we were here. 35 weeks. The ship will arrive at Viscount Island in 35 weeks from now. We should focus on surviving that long. That is all we need to do, Captain. How can we be certain the rescue ship will come? I can assure it. Our benefactor will ensure it. Another 35 weeks, Captain. Keep it in mind. How long is 35 weeks? Templeton presents you with a fancy-looking hat, Hunt's hat. He left it behind in his cabin. That tells us what we need, doesn't it? I don't want to take the hat. I don't think that will look good for the crew. I won't be needing that. Very well. The commotion outside grows, because I feel like if you take the hat and wear it, that'll look to the crew like you just assumed that you're going to get it. I choose to willfully observe reality. I suggest you do the same, Captain. The scientist refrains for a moment. I think it's best we declare that the captain and the missing crew are dead. There's no need for us to complicate things further. I won't lie to them. Leaders lie. Get used to it. The crew are waiting for you on deck. Hunt's ledger is gone. The last place you saw Captain Hunt, there's still drops of whiskey, frozen. The hushed voices become more distinct as you make your way back out into the open air. You notice the absence of Turner. The crew members notice you and stop. Their attention ripples across the deck. Attention! It should be clear by now that Captain Hunt is no longer serving his post. As such, we should vote in the new captain. I nominate Officer Shaw for the role, the clear choice as first mate. And what of Hunt? I do not see him among us, do you? Don't see a body either. He's still out there. We don't know what happened. Something we can discover. For now, someone has to take the reins of command. All in favour of Officer Shaw. Vote for the next captain. Oh. Oh, he's abstaining. So the scientists, the guy who was, Kurt and his crew, Grimley, they're loyal to Hunt. Yeah, loyal to Hunt. Oh, abstaining. Dog lady, abstaining. Kasha, because I was nice to her. You have been confirmed as the captain of the expedition. Well, the ayes have it. Shaw shall be acting captain from this point forward. Acting in Captain Hunt's stead. Yeah, I don't want it. If Hunt's alive, and he wasn't an arsehole, and something happened to him, I will gladly give it back. The crowd look to you expectantly as Templeton gives you a knowing nod. A moment passes in the cold as they wait your next words, curious murmurings scattering between the crew. Wait for them to quieten down. As they look to you, it's not long before the obvious question spills from a crew member's mouth. Where is Captain Hunt? It is unclear at the moment. Captain Hunt is dead. All right, Templeton. The crowd immediately cuts to silence. They look to Templeton, some back to you after. He and the missing crew were lost last night, along with one of the ship's lifeboats. We have no bodies. Well, I'm not going to lie to them. They'll find out. The thing is with lying, if you're found out, it always goes down badly. You may as well just be honest. A silence hangs in the air. As long as we keep our wits, there's no reason we can't survive this. The crowd begin to bubble up once more, with more and more questions coming to the surface. Members of the crew start speaking out one by one, with questions thrown your way in quick succession. How are we supposed to survive out here? Is help coming? What about our pay? Will we still be paid? We'll have to rely on each other out here. None of us expected this. But we can all handle the blows together. Ask for reports. I would like the head of each station to report to me going forward. I know this isn't what we signed up for. I'm not making promises. You know where to find me. If anyone would like a word, you know where to find me. What of those lost, Captain? A memorial service will be held once the ship is freed from the ice. I think that would be good for decorum, like, if they could be dead, like, obviously Hunt has loyal people here. Understood. Well, you heard the captain. Get to it. The crowd dissipates, returning to their roles aboard the ship. You pass Templeton. He nods. Nod back. I'm naturally not one to rock the boat. Pun not intended. But, so yeah. I'm not going to be. Maybe in another playthrough I'll be bolshy. Kurt. Shaw. Or should I say, Captain Shaw. That Hunt. I hope he and the others are holding safe. Still, no good dwelling. I have confidence you'll take up the mantle well. The crew are counting on me. I don't intend to disappoint. Do you have experience leading expeditions? I've never captained a vessel, if that's what you mean. But the navigator has just as much responsibility to lead. In that sense, I have plenty. What's in here? The dogs. Cordell. I suppose congratulations are in order. I would hope you're prepared for the task at hand, Captain Shaw. Did you see Hunt last night? If I had, I would have said as much. Though, were I to wager, I'm certain that someone aboard this ship has. It is unlikely the four were able to leave a landlocked ship without being spotted. True. Pet the dog. Pet the other dogs. Gotta make sure they're happy, you know. There are currently no fish to feed them. Oh. Maybe. No. Thought maybe look for clues. Ooh. Pump flood water from the lower deck. I don't need to, I don't think. Oh, tinned food. Ooh. Oh, do I? When gathering supplies, you can assign an amount of people to instantly gain that many items. If you're only gathering supplies, that should be... Loyal to Junior. Loyal to Junior. Grimly, Grimly, Grimly. Junior, Junior. There we go. So he can gather some tinned food for us. Oh wait, what? -4 what? The hoosh pot. Crew need fed for the week. 1, 2. Okay, not too bad. Descend. Ooh. Red room. Ah, Kasha's red room. For her photos. Coal bunker. I feel like we definitely need more fuel, so... I do have scouts as well, and engineers. And maybe 2 people on fuel? Feed the furnace. Okay, so I need to put people on there so that it doesn't run out, so we can feed it for the week. Okay. Hammond. Captain now, are you? As long as you aren't in my way any more than Hunt was, I'm happy. How's the boiler keeping? Well, we aren't dying. That's a relief. Don't know how well the furnace will hold. I'll keep her going as long as you aren't distracting me. Oh wait, so there is water? So do I need to pump? Do I need to pump? Pump flood water from the lower deck. There are currently no flooded rooms to pump water from. Okay. There should be no hesitation, Shaw. You are the captain now, and you must carry that authority instantly. It's best that we carry on the daily routine as normal, show that you are capable in the role. We should take the day's requests immediately before seeing to our resources. Oh, I've already done the resources. Whoopsie. You saw the duties of the captain firsthand while serving, Hunt. You're acting captain now. It's time you take up that mantle. A line is already forming at the door. No surprise given the circumstances. Take them as you may, Captain. Junior. The ice looks unbudging, doesn't it? It would seem that way, yes. Crew seems to think so. They think if we don't intervene, the Temperance will never get freed. If you're suggesting breaking the ice, I can assure you that won't work. I'm not. They are. No intervention is going to break up the ice enough to free this ship. Putting others to work on that is simply a waste of manpower. Aye, maybe. They're scared though, worried. They just want to feel like they tried something. If it will raise spirits, it's worth the attempt. Keeps them occupied. I feel like I should use some other people. Let's do a scout. And a sailor. you can see, so he's not quite loyal to you, loyal to Hammond. Oh, so he's loyal to himself. Loyal to Hunt, he really doesn't like me. Loyal to Hunt, he's sort of, okay, loyal to me. Oh, Kurt's alright, he likes me. Loyal to Cordell. So loyal to herself. Loyal to me. Oh, he's the doctor. Ah, he was the guy who was getting seasick. Kasha Belford. Loyal to me. Okay. No, the engineers are sort of probably be needed. I feel like I should have one more, but what if I need more people? I'll literally I'm just gonna do 2 people. Oh, I need 3. No, 3. Minimum of 3. Oh, I want them. If it will raise spirits, it's worth the attempt. Agreed. Oh, okay. Now I've heard Hamilton because I'm doing everything he doesn't like. I'll see you for dinner, Shaw. Don't forget the hoosh pot needs fed. Saving that boiler was only the start of our troubles. Have you seen the state of this bloody ship? It has certainly seen better days. She's bleeding in the lower decks. I believe the older Stoke is attempting to rectify that. We need to stockpile as much fuel as we can. If the furnace runs out by the end of the week, we die. If we spend too long on this ship, we die. If we don't stockpile enough fuel for the winter, we die. Aye. Get me some coal, get it in the furnace. I'm afraid he's not wrong. That coal bunker is our only source of fuel for the time being. Until we can procure alternatives, we should assign crew to shoveling whenever possible. I think I did. Oh, was that the one I can't remember who I put on there now. Captain, I've brought the kennel master with me. This is something you will both want to hear. I have a strong suspicion on what this matter is. I was planning to speak with the captain on it myself. Fortunate happenstance, then. Captain, I know these conditions well. I've seen them before. Any idea of the Temperance being freed of the ice anytime soon is a pipe dream. We need to press on. We need to become aware of our new environment. Trust me, Captain, we will be living off it for quite some time. And what of you, Cordell? Do you agree? Indeed. The dog sleds will need to be exercised regularly, and there is no better way than to engage in hunting. We're quite lucky despite the circumstances. Now is the peak time for hunting and navigation. And navigation? Traversing the ice may be a possibility in the future. We need to be prepared for that. If we're to survive out here, we need to know what lies ahead. These are uncharted territories, Captain. We have no idea where we are. Your current rations are not set to last forever either. Send any hunting party to me as you please. My dogs and I will ensure their survival. Cordell exits. The same sentiment for myself and my scouting teams. If you wish the great unknowns to be braved and charted, I'm your man. We need to know what lies ahead. Keep looking forward. Okay. Before dinner, you should see to sending out our first sledding team. I also believe it's time you gave our good doctor a visit. We'll still have wounded from the night of the Aurora. Their wounds will need attended to before they're fit to work. And I doubt I need to remind you of this, but we need every hand available. Don't be afraid of assigning my team for some manual labour. They'll complain, but they'll work. Okay, fair, okay. Listen. Mr. Gloss, you did seem familiar. I've finally placed you. You have you? Yes, I remember seeing you compete. Soren Kiliper, you are quite the gymnast. I'm surprised to see you in this line of work. Not too many gymnasts carry long careers. You did quite well when I saw you at the Summer Games. I recall you placed. I don't recall winning. At least they're getting on, sort of. 2 Johns. I can't believe Hunt is gone. What happened? Who knows? He was drunk. Whatever he was thinking, he definitely wasn't in the right mind. And what about Smurf and Corvid and Joe? Who knows? Corvid owes me 5 gilst. I don't think you'll be seeing it soon. Ooh. So we're right in the middle. Ooh, so I can scout. Oh, -3 dogs. Okay. Penguins. Oh, but to eat, so. So that'll take away 3 out of 14 dogs. Okay. I'd rather keep them at camp to do manual labour. Maybe I can send an engineer out to help hunt. Because I'm running out of sailors. I'm running out of scouts. So an Adderley penguin. Grips are marked down to hunt for the week. And then what's out here? Let's send you. Or send a scientist. Let's just. Ooh, seals. Don't think it really matters too much. They don't have to have the expertise. Okay. Well, I don't have any more dogs, so we'll leave it at that. Do I have any fish? No. Tucker. Sure, or I should say Captain, right? I thought your name sounded familiar. I sailed the merchant lines as well. Think we served on the same ship a couple of times. Good to see a fellow merchant navy veteran among the crew. Aye, you know the struggle as well. Ha! Shame we never fully crossed paths. Still, small world. Good luck, Shaw. Thanks. Kasha. Officer, Captain Shaw. I suppose I should get used to calling you that. I was asking the crew if anyone had seen Hunt or any of the deserters last night. Not a single soul. I know the man knows this ship well, but that seems odd. Do you think the crew would be lying? I wouldn't accuse anyone of that, but it is very unlikely that he wasn't seen by anyone. I suppose the boiler troubles caused a great deal of distraction. call the crew for dinner. I think we should have enough food. Can I put any more in the hoosh? No, because I think I did it before, didn't I? I still need to, okay, so ship's doctor before I can end the day. You enter the ship's infirmary. Your presence seems to startle the young man inside, the rattle of dropped forceps ringing through the room. Oh, goodness, it's you. Captain now, isn't it? Irritable, he seems more nervous. You're the doctor, I take it? Oh. Why, what did I say? Oh, right, yes, I am. Dr. Arthur, Nutley. Dr. Nutley. Dr. Arthur Nutley, that is. It's good to meet you, Arthur. Nutley gives a weak smile. Thank you. It is good to properly meet you. I suppose I seem a little scatterbrained at the moment. It isn't the norm. Recent circumstances have been trying, and the inclination towards seasickness is no help. Turner, the steam burns they suffered from the furnace are severe. If you let me take a look, I can do my best to alleviate their pain. Is there nothing more you can do? Why? I'm trying. I wish there was, but there's no cure for these kinds of injuries. I'm afraid this is the extent. At this point, all we can do is wait. Nutley lets out a nervous cough. Captain Hunt, do you think he may still be out there? There is a chance, however slim. Right. Perhaps we'll run into him again. No, that's ridiculous. Never mind. Apologies, I'm rambling. I suppose you wanted an update on the crew? They seem to be faring well, all things considered. I suppose you could say that. Mostly scrapes and scuffs. As for the dogs, you're better asking, the kennel master. That's fine, I wouldn't expect you to be a veterinarian. Or am I going to insult him again, unintentionally? He doesn't like what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to be polite. You mean Cordell? Phew. Good, please don't. I haven't taken well to the dogs. I'm unsure how to carry myself amidst most people, and animals are quicker to judge. And Cordell herself is harsher still. But you can rely on me for any human medical issues. Nutley pauses for a moment. Is everything, good? I mean, is someone coming to rescue us? Everything's under control. He nods expectantly. Nutley keeps his head low. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Use medical comforts to instantly cure all crew in the med bay. So would that just be Turner from the steam burn? Back. Oh, we don't have any medical comforts. Okay. Oh, I need all three of them. Balls. After people are assigned to the med bay, they will be cured of all status effects by the end of the week. So there we go. Command to rest. I don't have any medical comforts. Dang. None? No. Okay. Well, at least he's resting. Maybe if I assign other people, I can get the scientists back to make medicine. About an hour in, so I might finish this day and leave it there. Of this week. keep forgetting that it does it a week and not in days. But it's already been about an hour, so I will finish this week and then probably end it there. It's been quite a lot this episode. It's not that it starts slow, but it feels like everything is just, all the bad stuff has come about very quickly. But I suppose it would in this sort of situation, like in this sort of environment. Shall we give a toast to our new captain? Hear, hear. Thanks. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Despite the time, it's still bright light outside. Looks like we'll be trapped here for a while. I don't like the ship's chances either. Will be some time before we see home. Shit, I'm going to die of boredom out here before the cold takes me. You'll manage, I'm sure. You're a tall one, aren't you? Oh, thank you for noticing. Been this big since I was 15. You ever considered doing films? You have the stature for it. Oh, I can't act. Acting isn't part of it. You stand there, cut a nice silhouette, and you'd be a star. That sounds awfully easy, doesn't it? It can be. Grimly, why don't you like me, Grimly? Did you need me for something? The crew seems to like you. I wondered if you had any advice staying on their good side. Maybe he might, like, appreciate, because I'm, as the player, I'm trying to do my best. Maybe he'd appreciate me being like, I want to do right by the crew. Junior's better with people, so he does appreciate it. Junior's better with people. I don't know. Be good to them. That's all it takes. Alright. Evening shore? I'm proud of what I've been able to cook up for the crew lately, considering the rations, though I do wish I had something better to work with. I'd kill for a good beefsteak. You do excellent work, Junior. You have a knack for this. I've been told. Hunt would say he couldn't eat a bite that wasn't prepared by me anymore. I don't think we've already had dinner, so I don't think I need to do anything with that. I have already assigned people. Bloody cold, isn't it, Captain? Don't know how you spend your time away from the furnace. It would be even colder without your hard work, Hammond. Aye, I know. I think we have enough fuel and food to end the day, I think. I think we do. Okay. Awfully loud, aren't they? I don't mind it all that much. They've worked hard all day, they're owed their leisure. Those sailors ought to remember we all need our sleep. Captain Shaw, I presume you're here to see the dogs. Yes, how are they faring? They have already acclimatized, though recently they've been exhausted and in need of rest. It's no surprise, our conditions keep changing. They grow used to one state before being thrust into another. One refuses to eat and has been losing weight rapidly. I assume the change in scenery has affected it. They need their rest just as any person. They tend to be more reliable, however. Are you speaking from experience? With people or with dogs? Regardless, I will say it's a matter of both. Captain Shaw, you recall my conditions with Hunt, do you not? like it was yesterday. Except I think it was just that she wanted to be there and train people and do things. Oh. My demand was that I work here with the dogs. Your people may help with the sleds, but they are not my responsibility. They are not my people. I am holding up my promise with Hunt. I do not intend to join your crew. The dog besides her bark. If I get lost in the ice, you're the next Captain Stanbury. Woof. Cordell smiles, confused. I could be charming. Stanbury. The animal looks at you. You ruffle their head. You bark back at it. It offers you its paw. You scratch its head. Love them. Keep them safe at all costs. I think it can end here. Oh no! Do I not have enough? Crew member will be cured of their malnourishment. Crew members will be cured of their freezing. Well, none of them are freezing, none of them are malnourished. I've got just enough fuel and food to keep people happy. So I can't go below because they will starve. I'll get -10 loyalty. I could go to half fuel, but I'll lose decorum. Looks like I can't move the food one at all. I don't have enough of that anyway. There we go. So, yeah, we don't want level not like that. Crew members will become malnourished. We don't want that, so we'll just keep it as it is. Grips returned from hunting with 1 penguin. Oh, he's healed. Mr. Zack returned from hunting with 1 seal, penguin seal. The dogs are rested and available. Another week on the ice, the ship holds barely. Lefty was cured of their wounds. Yay! Did I say Tucker? It's Lefty. I'm still not quite remembering who everyone is. Right. -10 now, so it's getting colder. 2 weeks at the camp now. I'm gonna leave it there, and it's getting more interesting. It changed, it flipped really quickly to becoming a bit of a disaster, but I feel like I'm sort of understanding things now and getting to grip with things. So before the end of every day, I need to assign roles for fuel, food, rations and things like that, and hope and make sure I've got enough to not have to go below rations at the end of the week. I don't know how well I'm going to do at this. This is the point, I think I said in the last one, this is the point where I sort of like look it up and see like look up a strategy or something rather than just playing it through and seeing what happens myself. But so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play it and see what happens, and what will be will be. I hope you're enjoying it as well, as much as I am. I am enjoying it. It is interesting. I don't have much faith in myself, but we'll see if we can keep everyone alive at least. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Bye.